Good evening and welcome to Have I Got News For You? I'm Alexander Armstrong. In the news this week, while his father attends his regular AA meeting, Charles Kennedy's son waits patiently outside. As the city of Aberdeen celebrates its tricentenary, the mayor pulls out all the stops for the official banquet. And on his return to work, the producers of Top Gear suggest that Richard Hammond should try out a slightly lower-powered car this time. On In Hislop's team is a writer, broadcaster and TV critic who told The Telegraph, if you start worrying about your audience not understanding something, you might just as well make a programme on what a fork is. And coincidentally, Alan Yentob's award-winning documentary on cutlery is just about to start over on BBC 4. Please welcome Charlie Brooker. And with Paul Merton tonight, a comedian who's never had a proper job and doesn't mind admitting it, a bit like David Cameron. Apart from the doesn't mind admitting it bit. Please welcome Ross Noble. And we start with round one. Ian and Charlie, sweat this one out.
Oh, it's a lovely windmill.
Yes, it's a turbine generating enough power to power that camera. Oh, there's Stern. Oh, look.
Just checking the sky's still there?
Yeah,
And it isn't.
That's why evil cars, particularly that one, even more evil power stations.
That's the Minister for sitting stiffly in chairs?
Yeah, that's the news, really. They've been telling us for years that, you know, we're all going to die and the planet's going to blow up and we don't care. But this week they've told us we're going to be poorer. And suddenly everyone goes, oh, no! I don't mind the floods and the giant dinosaurs roaming the world and...
Giant dinosaurs roaming the Earth.
I didn't read all of the Stern report. I think that was towards the end of the 700 pages.
All right, yeah.
It's the most boring description of the apocalypse ever. It's like the Armageddon explained by Microsoft Excel.
And 700 pages isn't very green, is it?
What I don't understand is, with all this business, they've got all these fridges, they're giving out all this gas, these fridges, and the ice caps are melting, so why not just take the fridges up there, turn them on, leave the doors open, and it'll stay cold?
Yeah. I was wondering about wind turbines that you wear on your head.
Turbans.
But that's what you could call them, those.
Wouldn't that just be like a propeller?
Yeah,
and
you just run around and generate loads of energy.
And then you just take off and fly off into the sun.
Yeah.
And that
Your
would
own
then...
Ryanair. No frills, just you and a propeller.
Yeah.
And a very...
Charge yourself £5 for the meal.
You have a stewardess with a propeller next to you offering you a selection of chocolates.
Let's have a look at the launch of the report. The original thing there. What is the proposed solution?
Tax.
Absolutely.
Carbon emissions.
Yeah.
International cooperation.
Yeah.
That's worked well in a number of spheres.
But mainly increased tax.
Yeah.
Good. And what's Brown pinning his hopes on?
Is it a donkey?
It is a donkey.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, it is a donkey. Yes, that's the name of the donkey. Carbon trading.
I think it is, yeah, for in the donkey races. Yeah. Trading's coming up on the outside, global warming's taking carbon trading.
And here comes Kiss Me Quick on the inside.
Kiss me quick on the inside?
Yeah.
In prison, there.
Yeah. Hang on, I recognise that voice.
Interesting the different ways the various newspapers chose to headline the story.
Was there a small thing that you get in birthday cards, like the musical ones, and you open the paper and it went, ooh.
Usually a random noise in every paper you buy. So you get the Guardian one day and you get the sound of, I don't know, Volkswagen reversing into a laundrette, you know.
You open the Daily Star and it would just go, what?
Open the Telegraph and it says, good morning.
What would happen if we decided to shut down all the UK's power stations tomorrow?
It'd go dark at night.
More sinister even than that.
It'll go dark at night.
Within 13 months, China would have made up for the drop in emissions. Doesn't piss about, old Johnny Chinaman, does he? And finally, which massive symbol of what one Green Party MEP called globalisation gone mad was featured on the front pages this week?
Was it a giant boat?
It was a giant boat.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Yes, it was. The biggest ship afloat.
Oh, bringing Christmas to the
LMS.
UK.
Yeah. That's right.
Argos on sea, basically. Sailing across.
Filled with tat from China. There we are. Just to give you some idea of scale, here's Ian next to it.
You just won the lottery.
This is the news that recycling some of your plastic bottles once a fortnight might not be enough to save the planet. In a speech this week, Gordon Brown outlined a nightmarish vision of the future in which Tony Blair never retires. According to the Campaign Against Climate Change, global warming is perhaps the gravest calamity our species has ever encountered. Its impact dwarfs any war, any plague, any famine we've confronted so far. It makes genocide and ethnic cleansing look like sideshows at the circus of human suffering. Still, we had a nice summer. Paul and Ross, here's yours.
OK.
Shopping trolley there.
Yeah,
That's, Tesco's have brought in a new type of shopping trolley that's anti-chav.
Yeah.
And,
this is the new Christmas wind-up doll. I don't know who he is. Yeah, this is people queuing up at Asda to get the Chinese stuff that's arriving at Christmas.
Yes. What's been happening in the Commons this week?
Did you see any of that?
Not really. No. To be honest with you, I only really read the Viz.
Yeah.
It's Iraq.
It is Iraq.
Yeah.
What's been happening over here?
There was a call for an inquiry.
Exactly.
Parliament said, we want to know what's going on in Iraq. I mean, they could read the papers, but... and it was defeated.
It was, by
the government. Because they don't want an inquiry. Do you know why? Because they did it.
That's absolutely right. What did Margaret Beckett say about the inquiry?
That it would be bad for troops' morale.
Absolutely right.
Worse than being shot at.
Yeah.
That's really bad. It's a bad inquiry.
And she also said that an immediate inquiry would send out the wrong signals at the wrong time. Something she learnt from experience when towing her caravan.
No, it's pathetic. I mean, we always have inquiries in the middle of wars. We did it in the middle of the First World War, the Second World War. It was a really feeble excuse by the government, I thought.
Are you saying this isn't about Asda?
What was significant about Charles Kennedy's contribution to the debate?
He stood up.
For the first time since his resignation in January. What did David Cameron help to launch this week?
A policy for young people.
That's right, called the Young Adult Trust. And here he is inspiring teenagers with a rallying speech. And it's going splendidly. Also this week, for fun, anyone seen what's happening to Tora Bora caves in Afghanistan?
No. What's happening?
It's being converted into a holiday resort, which is nice. The local governor and former warlord said Tora Bora is world famous. It was known as a picnic spot long before anyone heard of Osama bin Laden. It's 100% safe.
Wouldn't it be a delicious irony if they found bin Laden hiding in Wookiee Hole?
This is the government's narrow victory in the Iraq debate. The government claimed that an inquiry would be bad for troops' morale, but according to The Times, debates and inquiries have often been held during wars, such as the Crimean War in 1855. A debate notable for an impressive maiden speech by a young Ming Campbell.